Magandang araw sa inyong lahat.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening po sa lahat ng nakikinig po.
Hello to all our viewers from here and around the world.
Napakaganda na ating talinteman ngayong hapon ito.
Isang mainit na pagbati po sa inyong lahat.
Well, friends,
welcome to the Bridges Show.
I'm very happy to be here, and I think it should be a really interesting and fun topic.
What are the things you want to learn? So I wanna take it from there and then I listen to them.
meron silang mga mitiin upang maging makabuluhan pa ang pagiging Katoliko. Lalong-lalo na sa susunod na henerasyon.
Sa akin po, sa mga kabataan, use competence as a basis.
In real life, hindi naman talaga tayo tumitigil sa buhay. Kailangan talaga tuloy lang ang buhay kahit anong challenges natin.
Palawan, Cebu, Baguio City, Atty. Dwight, pati La Union. So we are saying that revenge travel is real.
Mas kailangan natin na i-share ang hiwaga ng sinin sa mga tao.
Food and health should go hand in hand. So yan ang gusto namin paratingin sa gobyerno.
If you will just devote your life teaching, hindi ka yayaman sa pera, pero yayaman ka sa tao.
Siyempre, ang pinakamaganda po naman sa ating universidad ay yung talagang natuturuan po tayo kung paano maging mabuting tao.
Happy anniversary to Bridges! Here at Bridges, we build bridges of faith, bridges of hope, and bridges of love.
Blending their mission to create positive social and environmental impact with the use of digital technology to further their objectives, we have a new breed of entrepreneurs, so-called social entrepreneurs, who are able to leverage various digital tools and platforms to develop new products and services, to reach a wider market, connect with stakeholders, streamline operations, increase awareness, and even track progress. In today's episode of Bridges, we will get to know more about social enterprises in this digital era. Good afternoon. Magandang araw po sa ating lahat. I am Irene Arroyo. I will be your host for today. So a little bit of myself first. I'm currently the president of the College of Commerce Alumni Foundation, Inc., or COCAFI. So like our great guest speaker for today, I spent my whole career life in banking. I started from the then Central Bank of the Philippines, joined Land Bank, Commercial Bank, and the last is the Philippine Deposit Insurance Corporation. Today, I sit at the board of Card SME Bank at Thrift Bank that lends to micro, small, and medium enterprises to help in the eradication of poverty. So, like our speaker today, our hearts both beat for helping the entrepreneurial poor in our society. Fellow Tomasian, friends, and alumni, this episode is brought to you by UST COCAFI. But before we continue, I invite you to remember to like and share our show and subscribe to the UST Tomasian Alumni Community YouTube channel and follow us at our Facebook page. Right, so good afternoon once again. We have here for today's episode a gentleman who is in many ways has been living his passion and vision, or shall I say, for a better Philippines, especially for those who face various challenges, those poor entrepreneurs who are very much financially challenged, who lack maybe self-confidence, security, market accessibility, digital skills, and so on. A former banker and microfinance lending founder, former member of the faculty of the University of Asia and the Pacific, former president of the Management Association of the Philippines, an independent director, now a social entrepreneur, startup founder, and advisor for Escaparate community, and most of all, forever a proud Tomasian. Ladies and gentlemen, my batchmate from the USC College of Commerce, Mr. Joey Bermudez. Hi, Joey.
Hello, Irene. It's very nice to see you after so many years.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, although we see each other once or twice, maybe in the banking circle. But
That's
then
right.
again, it's been a long time. So, well, we are very much grateful for your letting us, okay, be having you today in our episode of Bridges. So our topic is about social entrepreneurship and the digital era. So two big words really, social entrepreneurship and the digital space. So how about giving us a background, no, about the I know social entrepreneur is something that has really like been recognized or just during the 20th century, but I gathered yung pala during the olden times meron ng mga social entrepreneurs. So eto ngayon maybe because 'di ba yung technology as well and people have really like well the new breed of people who really like to do something positive and give ayun nga positive and social environmental no impact. Medyo marami na ngayon na sumuusbong-usbong na ganito. So for you, how did you get into this social entrepreneurship natin na concept?
Good question, Irene. From my perspective kasi, a social enterprise is an attempt to correct social inequities, no? Marami kasing definition ng social enterprise, no? Kaya in fact, sabi ng World Economic Forum, there are 10 million social entrepreneurs all over the world today. I'm sure that count is based on a loose and accommodative definition of social enterprise. I find that many companies today, many individuals call themselves social enterprises or social entrepreneurs. And the definition varies from enterprise to enterprise, from person to person. In my personal case, my plunge into social enterprise, based on my definition of what a social enterprise is, happened when I was still a very young banker. No? Kasi very few people who know me as a banker know that I spent the most part of my life doing agribusiness lending and small and medium enterprise lending. And that stint of my career was, to me, the most rewarding, the most enjoyable, and the most memorable. In fact, many times when I was already taking on different roles in banking, even up to that time when I became CEO of a commercial bank, I kept on wishing that I could go back to that kind of life, no, to that incarnation where I was doing, I was, hobnobbing and rubbing elbows with small farmers, small entrepreneurs, and micro entrepreneurs. And I decided that when I leave banking for good, that social enterprise is what I would do.
Oh, yeah, nice talaga ha. So
Yeah.
pero ito, you founded Escaparate, no? And the focus is like as you said, helping low-income entrepreneurial women. Okay? Bakit women? Meron mga nagtatanong, bakit women? Are you like gender bias or yeah, something for ano nga ba? Bakit women? Sige nga.
Yeah. Even in my days as a banker, dealing with agribusiness entrepreneurs and small entrepreneurs. I already saw a preponderance of women among the, I would call the entrepreneurial poor. That's not said in a derogatory sense. When I say entrepreneurial poor, I'm simply describing the real socioeconomic situation, and I'm being very candid about it. And I noticed 2/3 of the people I was dealing with were actually really women. And therefore, I would even say that when I did my own social enterprise, when I created Escaparate.com, while I was not specifically targeting women, it just happened that 2/3 of the micro entrepreneurs, in fact, more, are actually women. In fact, 90% of the sellers that we have today in Escaparate.com are entrepreneurial mothers. Women who work from home, do their production at home while caring for children and while looking after a husband.
Very super women. Actually, sabi nga nila, ano ba to? Pag daw yung mga babae, ang mga pinautang mo, yung mga nanay, they are better credit handlers, credit risk, sabi nilang ganon. The same way, also in my bank, sa card, ganun din yung umpisa, mga women ang aming mga clients, ganon. But then again, there are some like parang setbacks for women in dito sa financial or business community. Like for example, yun nga sinabi mo, they have to take care of the houses as well while still also doing their business, no? Paano ba na-address? So, pero siguro dahil because of technology na rin, na eto pwedeng nasa bahay ka, nag-aalaga ng bata, nag-aalaga ng husband, as you say. No? Pero nagbebenta ka rin ng produkto. But then again, they need to be empowered, like in their, yun nga, yung digital intelligence, at saka they have also to have the gadget para makagawa ng ganito. So, how do you like address that naman in your particular community or sa Escaparate?
Yeah, when we created Escaparate.com, which by the way is an online marketplace, an e-commerce platform that allows the entrepreneurial poor to sell online. In other words, to participate in the digital commerce space. When we created it, we thought it was as simple as just creating the platform and bringing the micro sellers in, the entrepreneurial mothers, and they'll be able to sell straight away. And then we realized there was so much about the entrepreneurial poor that we did not understand. And that we learned that those learnings came in a very painful way. Because we would, for example, spend on a particular function of the platform and realize eventually hindi naman pala pwedeng gawin ng mga nanays. That's what we call them in Escaparate.com. Dahil because of certain limitations. One of the biggest limitations for them is the lack of tools. Syempre, to do online commerce, you need a smartphone. In 95% of the cases, the micro sellers that we have, most of them have only one smartphone in the family. And during the day, the smartphone is being used by the children for their online classes. And other times of the day, the husband has to use it for his work. So yung entrepreneurial mother doing business has to adjust to these limitations. And that is an extreme limitation. That's why I'm saying, madaling sabihin na ilagay sila online. Dali natin sila sa mga online marketplaces para sila makabenta doon. But unless we address this big limitation, then they will still not be able to perform well in online commerce.
That's right. So ngayon, here comes Escaparate. So Escaparate is, as you said, is a marketplace. So you deal with members, you deal with products, also facilitating payments. So let's start with your members. How does one become a member? Pero pala sabi mo pala before that, Sabi mo, so this is a online marketplace. So we have like existing na yung mga more popular, yung mga Shopee, Lazada. Tapos, you said na, bakit hindi na lang natin it occurred to you na, mas madaling buhay kung siguro isasama na lang natin sila dito sa mga established na marketplace, online marketplace. So, bakit hindi nangyari yon? Why
Yes,
did you choose
another,
to set up
yeah,
a new, online marketplace?
that's an excellent question, Irene. Matagal naming pinagdebatihan yan kami mga co-founders sa escaparate.com. Sabi nung, ang advice namin nung karamihan noon, ilagay na lang natin sila dun sa dalawang malaking online marketplaces. No? Okay na sila dun, they can sell. No? And then we in fact did try to put some of them in those big online marketplaces. And then we saw that it wasn't the correct path towards bringing them into the digital commerce space. Maraming na-realize kami. No? Una, yung mga nanays, when you range them against the big distributors who are also using the online marketplaces, especially the importers of big consumer items from a particular country, who used to bring their products to a famous inexpensive shopping district in Manila. No? Pag tinapat mo na yung mga nanays ng escaparate.com sa kanila, the nanays products would look insanely overpriced. And that's because yung kalaban nila na malaking importer, alam naman natin kung bakit mababa ang presyo nila, no? And it's not because that is the market price or that is the correct factor cost, but alam natin na there are some ways around certain things that they're able to do to make their products really artificially cheap, no? So talo ka agad yung mga nanay doon, no? And of course, when the nanays go out to the market to sell their products, they're still up against these big importers. But it would not be appropriate to put them in the same platform. Doon pa lang talo na kaagad eh. Pangalawa, we realized that we needed to create a platform that people would be comfortable with, yung hindi sila mabubudol, no? Kasi the buyers will not be dealing with fake sellers, for example, or sellers who overpromise, no? So we decided, therefore, to have control over that, no? We need to create our own platform so we can vet each and every seller. So any buyer who comes to escaparate.com knows that the product he's clicking on that platform or the seller that he is buying from is a seller who has been subjected to what bankers like you and I call KYC, no? Yeah, know your customer. Nagdaan sila sa due diligence. Walang fake seller sa escaparate.com.
Oh, yeah, tama. Kasi kailangan may platform, di ba? To really like protect both the buyers and the sellers. Okay. So you have members. You call your members nanays, di ba? In the marketplace. Yan. So how do you now, siyempre, umpisa yan, the vetting of your members. Okay. So what is your framework or procedure for doing this one? Naman?
Okay. Those who want to join us actually just go to the website and they click be a seller, no, or create a seller account, no. And there is a set of questions that is asked of them, and that is not, no, those are not very difficult questions. And then if they want to be a particular type of vendor, they may be asked to submit certain business registration documents, no. The journey of a nanay in Escaparate comes in stages, no. The first stage is he is just a reseller of products that are already out there being sold by the better and the more developed nanays, no. Then the nanay can become an assisted vendor as well, no? Where she sells her products through the community store, and we call it in escaparate.com, we call it homegrown, no? And then the more advanced nanays can become sellers, regular vendors in our market, where they have their own storefront, which they can manage themselves. They have access to the back end, so they can check their orders every day themselves, no, without having to coordinate with us, so that they can deliver these products. By the way, just a side note, while we refer to our sellers as nanays, 5% of our sellers are actually men. No, there are tatays and kuyas. No, the only reason we say nanay as a generic term is because they're the vast majority. So it's an honorific title of nanay. Plus, we launched 4 years ago on September 8th, which is the birth of the greatest nanay. No.
Yeah.
Mm.
I see. Okay. So yun. So now you boast of how many members already in the Escaparate? How many members do you have now?
We have yung 3,000 registered members yung nagdaan na sa KYC, and another couple of thousand who are affiliated with us one way or the other. Hindi pa sila ready na dumaan sa KYC process namin, but in some way they are participating in the community. They are members of the Escaparate community. Minsan they participate in the chat groups, they participate in the training programs on and off, no. So altogether, the community is around 5,000 people
Wow.
today.
A
Yeah.
lot of people, no? So ngayon, so those are what you call the nanays, the members, the sellers, the not so ready sellers yet, okay? How about the products? How do you screen the products that you're going to sell through Escaparate? So do you admit anybody who can sell, like I have this product I made by myself and I would like to put it in the market, mga ganyan. So how do you do it now?
Escaparate today is 3 organizations partnering. No, one is escaparate.com, this this association of nanays who are participating in the digital space. The other one is a company called DTC Promos Inc., which is our branding partner. Sila yung tumitingin sa mga produkto and they tell us, this particular product, pwede na itong ilaban sa merkado. Pwede na natin ilagay ito sa platform. And this is the way we will promote it. And they promote it for the seller. No? And then there's a third group that's partnering with us called Connexis. It's a Singapore-based tech firm founded by Filipinos, no? All Filipinos, no? Who developed the platform for us. No? This is a proprietary platform. Our platform used to be in Shopify. No? And then we moved out of Shopify in April last year to this platform created for us by Connexis. No? We decided we would have our own platform instead of just renting online space from Shopify, because we wanted a multi-vendor setup where we could have many vendors running their own storefronts rather than us running all the storefronts for them.
Oh, okay. So in putting up all of this, no, so you did put up some capital as well, or you did some crowdfunding for Escaparate community?
Yes, Escaparate.com itself was funded by myself and my co-founders. We put up a significant amount of money to get the project going and to start recruiting sellers into the platform and get them started on the selling. No? At the same time, our 2 partners, Connexis, the tech firm, and DTC Promos, they're also putting in a lot of resources and a lot of money into promoting the products of our sellers, as well as making the platform, the tech platform, user-friendly, because we're very particular about the user journey and the user interface. No?
I see. Okay. All right. So you have the members, the products. Now, how do you now facilitate the payments as well? As you know, marami din dapat na may protection kailangan dito for both the buyers and the sellers. So anong bang scheme natin dito?
Yeah, the platform is integrated with a payment gateway called PayMongo in the Philippines. No? PayMongo is probably one of the fastest growing payment gateways in the Philippines. May investment dyan yung Stripe, may investment din dyan yung si Peter Thiel, who's one of the founders of PayPal. No? And PayMongo allows us to accept payments online using GCash, using credit cards, using Maya, and using even some direct bank transfers. No? So when a customer comes to Scaparate and makes an order, he has to pay online using any one of these methods. No? Now, I think I should also mention that since we are creating a Canadian portal for Scaparate, meaning Filipinos in Canada who are producing something at home and want to sell it online, we will now make it possible for them do it to get paid in Canadian dollars by Canadian buyers. And we have already been integrated with a Canadian payment gateway called OTT Pay, which means if you are somebody, let's say, residing in Scarborough in Ontario, you saw this siopaw being produced by one, say a Filipino caregiver full-time producing siopaw during the weekend. No? You can order from her, pay using Canadian dollars, and get the product delivered to you. By next month, that portal is already going to be up and running.
Oh, okay. You mentioned about delivery. Ano naman yung delivery, ano niya naman, scheme? Kasi ito, lalo na kung may international market na din kayo, di ba?
Most of our sellers want that the delivery be handled by them. So we allow that. So when a buyer comes to our platform, when it's time to choose the delivery option, he can either choose to pick up the product or have the seller take care of delivery or accept the standard delivery fee and pay it. No? Then if he opts to just allow us to handle the delivery for him, we have relationships with several couriers who take care of delivery, whether you're in Luzon or Visayas or Mindanao. No?
Oh, a lot of infrastructure is involved in
Yeah.
this. So,
Right.
and kaya tapos meron pa so a marketplace, and then you mentioned about educating first, training first the nanay, the first time people who are first time to be in this kind of business. So in terms of mentoring, coaching, ano naman ang tak dito ng Escaparate?
We have an entity called, it's not a separate entity, but it's a division of Scaparate.com. We call it Escaparate Academy. This is the capacity building platform of Escaparate. When we organized this company in 2022, at the height of the COVID pandemic, we said we will not get into capacity building because that is it demands a lot of resources to do that. No? And then on our first anniversary, a group of professionals and retired bankers came to us and said, we would like to teach our skills for free to the nanays. Then they were soon followed by a group of doctors from guess which university, UST. No, this team of doctors came to us and say, we'd like to talk to your nanays about health tips so that they will not get sick. Because, you know, if you're a one-woman operation, you get sick, you stop production. So, so that kind of mentoring has been happening for a good part of 4 years now, no? Where top-notch doctors from UST, these are senior consultants of UST, talking to our nanays about tuberculosis, about COVID, about mental health, about all sorts of health issues, and telling them how to avoid getting sick. No? And then we have mentors in bookkeeping, accounting, all other essential things in business, such as digital marketing, digital selling. These mentors are rendering their services for free.
I
So
see.
that is how we were able to create an academy, no, without much resources.
Nice, no? Talaga, it takes a lot, no? I'm glad to hear involved ang UST dito sa iyong ano. So you have now So ito talaga yung Escaparate is made up of like different like platforms and conglomerate, ano yung parang cooperation, pero mainly using of course technology, di ba? But then
Yes.
again, we know that technology, the use of technology is also like exposing you to many vulnerabilities, no? Like cybersecurity, mga threats, weaknesses, and all of this. Paano naman ang ginagawa nito? Kasi, di ba, paano naman ang ginagawa ng Escaparate to like guard against these threats in the cyber world?
Yes. The first thing we're doing is making sure that our platforms are compliant with all the security standards that is out there. No? That is the reason why we moved to our proprietary platform because we wanted to introduce a lot of functionalities in the system while in the process keeping ourselves compliant with security protocols. No? At the same time, within Escaparate Academy, we are trying to develop today a course offering on cybersecurity. We're hoping that most of the enrollees in this course would be children of the nanays of Scaparate.com. No? Because what we'd like is to evolve or to create a core of cybersecurity professionals who can help the country, companies in the country, governments protect themselves from cyber attack and cyber threats. You might say this is totally unrelated now to e-commerce, but we just think that that need is there right now. And most of the companies in the Philippines know that they have to protect themselves against cyber attacks, but they don't know how to, or those who know how to are not able to do it because they find it too expensive.
Oo nga, di ba? Okay.
Yeah.
So, talagang kailangan everybody should be aware, no? Pero, kasi we are in yung cyber world na medyo, para bang ano, you cannot like really fathom hanggang saan o ano yung mga boundaries and whatever. So, how do you now, like having Escaparate, how do you now measure yung impact or what is your measure of success for this Escaparate community that you have?
What we're developing today are metrics that determine the incremental change in the life of the nanay as a business person and as a person from the time she joined Escaparate to the time to the present. No, we are trying to develop a metric that will measure not only her financial well-being but her personal well-being as well. Kasi one of the things that we do in Escaparate Academy today is not just to help her keep a set of accounting records so that her business is well documented. No, we also help her develop her personality, take care of her health, protect her family against unforeseen contingencies. No? So we do these things for her. We try to make sure that she becomes a complete person. No? Hindi pa kompleto yung metrics namin, but we're getting there. No? In the meantime, all we can measure is how well their products are selling. And we have a very intensive analytics framework and analytics infrastructure behind the platform. No? At the back end is an analytics platform that tells us which products are selling best, which nanay is selling, and which nanay is having problems, and so on and so forth.
Well, I'm sure, siguro, can you share us like a specific story of success about yung mga members ninyo? I'm sure you have a lot of stories to share with us. Sige,
Yes.
we're interested to hear about those.
Okay, we have this nanay in Cavite. She was producing mushrooms, or she was buying mushrooms from farmers and then processing them and selling them as mushroom chicharon. No? There was a time when during COVID, when a lot of the mushroom farmers went out of business, no? And therefore she couldn't secure enough supply. And she was already thinking of closing her business, no? At about that time, one of the organizations that was helping her, called Angat Buhay, no, brought her to us, and we said that the only thing we can do for you is put you online so that you can start selling online. Her physical store was already shut down at that time because of the lockdowns, no? So she started selling again, and now she is a very successful seller in escaparate.com. In fact, she has been sponsoring a lot of other nanays or beginners and trying to help them get into escaparate.com themselves so that they can also become successful sellers like her, no? We also have this case of a nanay who's in the air conditioning repair business and the installation of glass shelves, no, yung mga estante, no. She wasn't able to sell much through Escaparate because you know the nature of air conditioning repair. You don't go online to find air conditioning repair service, but we onboarded her anyway. And when one large retail chain was looking for someone to engage to repair their massive air conditioning system in their stores, in their malls, no, they found her in escaparate.com and they gave her a big contract. And when she asked this big chain, how did you find me and how did you decide to engage me? They said, we found you in escaparate.com, so you must be a credible and legitimate service provider. Yeah.
Biro mo, akala ko kasi, like, sige, yung usual online stores lang na ma-produce, mga food, mga creative, mga crafts, mga ganon, di ba? So, ito pala talaga, meron din na ganyan, ano, na hindi lang
Yes.
talaga yung mga homemade products na
Yes.
pwede dyan sa escaparate. So,
Yes.
I
We
hope
have
marami tayo ano dito. Oo.
yeah, meron kami mga home service massage, meron kami mga tutors, no? Meron kaming small schools, no? And when we open the Canadian portal, a lot of the service providers who will be in escaparate.com are the hatid sundo type of providers. Yung sa airport, no? When a Filipino comes back from a trip, susunduin sa airport or pagpupunta o bibiyahe, ay hatid sa airport. Marami yan, no? They will be in the Canadian portal when we open next month, no?
Siguro meron din, pwede yan din sa Pilipinas. Mga ganon, ano. Yung, yung, ano yan, yung mga house cleaning, mga ganyan, mga services. O yan,
That's
mga
true.
viewers natin, ha. Baka
Yeah.
you have those mga business products or ideas na pwede rin natin doon sa ilagay sa escaparate. So,
That's
going forward now, Joey, you still have problems, challenges, limitations. So, can you share with us, ano ba tong what worries you, what makes you, wake up at night, keep you awake at night
Yeah.
doing this sa escaparate community mo?
Of course, like any business, escaparate.com requires a lot of resources, no? Kasi you need to employ people, you need to pay for infrastructure, you need to pay for services, no? Hindi naman infinite ang resources, no? And it's not as if we have reached a positive cash flow stage, no? It takes a while, no? This is a marathon. It took Facebook almost a decade before they even became cash flow positive. It took Amazon many years, no? And as it did for them, it will for us, no? It will take us many years to finally say Escaparate has become by itself commercially sustainable, no? So in the meantime, my co-founders and I and our partners Connexis and DTC Promos are using whatever resources we can get our hands on to keep this going. So that's the biggest challenge, sustainability, no? But we're not like the typical venture that the venture capitalists look for, no? the venture capitalists, they look for something that can be 10 times 3 years from now or 5 years from now. That is not escaparate.com. Hindi kami yan. No? Ito, matagal ito. This requires patient capital. This requires patient investments. No? And if you're only looking for a quick return on equity or return on investment, this is not the business for you. This is a business for those who believe in the advocacy and are determined to pursue it. In the future, we hope that the nanays themselves can become, as a block, the biggest owners of escaparate.com.
Wow. Okay. So now, this is the one question. What do you think, or how can Tomasians like us, friends, alumni, can help Escaparate? Kasi given
Okay.
all of these challenges, baka naman someone out there can be of help, di ba? Kasi given yun nga yung inyong advocacy, no? Social
Yes.
advocacy.
We need a lot of mentors for the nanays. No? A lot of them need help in, for example, creating digital content, no? For their stores. No? I know that especially the younger Thomasians would probably have a lot of skill in digital content creation. If they can help these nanays pro bono, help them create very attractive online stores and attractive product ads that they can post on social media or even put in the Escaparate platform. That would be a great help. Can you imagine if there are 3,000 nanays who are registered and done with KYC? Yung iba sa kanila ang kulang lang hindi sila magaling gumawa ng digital content that can really present their product in a very good way. No? Can you imagine if they are helped by people who have that skill? No? In-house, we have that team as well. Our branding partner, DTC Promos, has a team of very good, excellent digital creators, but they cannot do it for 3,000 nanays. No? We need much more. Second, we need people who can coach and mentor these nanays in the areas of business planning and positioning their products, branding them, no? And even developing new products. No? What we saw is that many of these nanays, they just go to the easiest product idea possible. For example, when we first launched escaparate.com, we had 50 sellers of peanut butter. No? So imagine, kasi madali raw gawin, sabi nila. So that's what they did. But if they can only be taught how to differentiate their product and how to do something else with the skill they have and produce something else, which probably will be more competitive in the market, that would help a lot in terms of making the seller network in Escaparate more valuable and therefore more profitable. Because the weakest link in the entire Escaparate chain is the weakest vendor. So if we uplift the weakest vendor, then we uplift everybody. So that's how we look at it.
Wow. Sige, for those people out there who would like to share and contribute, no, to this endeavor, how do we reach out to you, Joey? How do we get in contact with you to offer those well, if there are people who would like to help out?
Yes, they can go to the platform themselves, or they can contact us through our Facebook Messenger called Escaparate. No, they can send us a message saying that they'd like to help. No, and we'll pick up the message from there and pursue it immediately. No, just like the way it happened for the UST doctors. There was one senior doctor in the respiratory disease specialization, no, who came to us and said, I like what you're doing for the nanays and like to help them in my own way by imparting her knowledge. Eventually, she brought in another doctor, a third doctor, a fourth doctor, and now there's a whole platoon of them
Like
providing.
snowball, no? Oh,
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, wow. Okay. Now, okay. Maybe, are there anything that you would like also to share with us before we close?
Uh, we'd like to let people know that, especially micro sellers, that you have an option, that you do not need to just look at existing online marketplaces and say, can I get into this? And if I cannot, then that's it. I cannot be in online commerce. You have escaparate.com backing you up. And if you don't have a good product yet, and that's a reality, of the 5,000 sellers who are associated with us one way or the other, whether they've gone through KYC or not. The vast majority actually do not have a good product yet. But don't worry. Within the next 2 months, we're going to launch our B2B platform. This is the business-to-business platform, where we are affiliated with a nationwide distributor of consumer essentials, branded products that you can sell as a retailer. They'll pass it on to you at wholesale prices, and therefore you can sell this retail in your neighborhoods and your communities and earn revenue in the process. So if you don't have a good product, this is a very good way for you to become profitable joining escaparate.com, because then you will have access to this wholesale portal. Branded items yan. No? So, and then eventually, of course, while you sell this alongside your own product, eventually, hopefully, you can find the right help and the right assistance in creating your own product and making it competitive in the market.
Yeah, okay. So we are looking forward to many more developments in your Escaparate community, of course, under your guidance and your vision. But I will not let you go until you answer this question. So what are those Tomasian values that you now consider as maybe been part of you and have guided you in everything that you do?
Tough question. Because I think the Tomasian values of competence, compassion, these are all at play in any advocacy. But I think compassion is the one that has kept me in this advocacy for the longest time. In fact, has kept me interested in something like this, even when I was a professional banker, when I was a corporate executive. It's when you work with people up close and learn a lot of things about the challenges they deal with and the struggles they have personally, that you get to understand how they can be helped. A lot of us, including a lot of us, think we understand the entrepreneurial poor. In reality, we don't. And that's what I realized for myself as well. I thought because I had worked for many years, elbow to elbow with the entrepreneurial poor, that I understood them. No, I did not. No. I realized there was so much that they deal with that I did not know. Just because you were once poor yourself, for example, doesn't mean you understand the poor, because the nature and the face of poverty changes over the years. It also morphs. It is as amorphous as the weather, as the environment. So continually engaging with them and being immersed with them makes you understand them a lot better and makes you help them find solutions to the problems that bug them. So compassion is what does that. There was an American Tibetan Buddhist who once said, unless you understand the darkness of other people, and unless you understand your own darkness, you cannot be present in the darkness of other people. And that's how compassion is defined. No? It's a relationship between or among equals. It's not a relationship between one who is more fortunate and the other one less fortunate. That is the kind of relationship that compassion defines. No? First, deal with your own darkness. And then by doing so, then you're able to help people deal with their own darkness as well.
Yeah, oo nga. It's really like you have to immerse yourself, no, into this like what you call darkness, or like your a life that seems to be like maybe more distant or like strange to you, but then again when you are in there, no, talagang you will na understand and really like inspire you, no, to help whatever or give whatever you can for these people. Now, thank you, Joey, for joining us today. But
You're welcome.
sige, Joey actually, ladies and gentlemen, is in Toronto, Canada. So it's like very, very early morning there. And sige, thank you very much for obliging. But before we finally close the show, we have some important announcement. We are now calling all alumni associations of UST. The nomination for the Distinguished Tomasian Alumni is now open. Okay, dear friends, thank you for being here with us today. Do watch Bridges again on Tuesday for another exciting episode to be sponsored again by UST COCAFE. Do stay with us as we continue to share with you the blessings of Bridges. Subscribe to our UST Tomasian Alumni Community YouTube channel and FB page. The previous episodes can be watched in the YouTube channel. So once again, here at Bridges, we do not build walls, we build connections to reach out to one another. We build bridges of faith, bridges of hope, and bridges of love. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Mabuhay.